Back in 2022 I got the Spider-Man Miles Morales Platinum, but later that year I made another account dedicated only for Platinum trophies, which means I can get the Spider-Man Platinum again. The trophy list consists of 50 trophies and 3 stages we need to complete. For the first stage we need to complete the story, for the second stage we need to complete all miscellaneous trophies, and for the third stage I need to finish the game on New Game Plus. We start the game protecting some sort of prison cells. Peter tells us that there could be anyone in there. When we try to fix a broken cable, something goes wrong and Rhino gets set free, as well as some prisoners. After beating up some prisoners, we help Pete with Rhino by jumping on his back and riding him.
What do you mean by that?
Which got us our first trophy. But Rhino isn't done yet. He jumps in a fuel tank. We get sent flying, but Peter stays on. This is also where we do the famous, useless backflip. We do our first boss fight with Rhino here. We also unlock our electricity powers, but we call them the Venom powers. After we beat Rhino, we get introduced to the first villain of the game, Simon Krieger. But we'll talk about him later. While eating pizza, Pete says that he's going on vacation with MJ so he can be her photographer, which means we'll be New York's only Spider-Man. Before he left, he handed us a gift, but before we opened it, we called our tech guy Genki, so we can open it together. And when we opened it, I changed it immediately. But after traumatizing me with that suit, I got another trophy. For my next mission, Genki told me that someone was breaking in the Roxxon Plaza, which is Simon Krieger's company. Here we also find out that Roxxon is planning to put a bunch of huge balls called the Nuform around the city, which would give electricity to the city for 500 years. What could possibly go wrong? Later we get jumped by a group called the Underground. After we beat them all up, Roxxon security arrived. But we'll have to look into that later, because right now we have Christmas dinner to attend to. Here we also see how Miles looks without the mask and the Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse suit. After picking the best album of 2024, no debate, we meet Finn, a childhood friend of Miles. He tries to raise her up but fails completely.
It's a date. I mean, not a date, a friend date.
Oh god, he's worse than the TikTokers that harass college students.
Can I have your phone number? Why?
On our next mission, Genki installed the app in our suit so that people around the city who need help can put in a request through the app. Our first request is sent from our uncle Aaron Davis. He doesn't know we're Spider-Man, by the way. He says that someone is messing with the train sensors. When we arrive, we luckily only find one guy who was jamming the systems through this little device. But the mission wasn't done yet, because even though he got a signal, there was no trains to be found. When we arrived, we found the Underground messing with the trains. After silently taking them out, we did a small puzzle to put the trains on the tracks again. After that was done, he told us that he had a gift for us, but while we were swinging to get there, he called us back and told us that someone was putting bombs on the tracks. When we arrived, we easily took care of them, which gave us the Harlem Express trophy. And after, I decided to craft a suit model, which gave me this trophy. Finally, we could get our gift from Uncle Aaron.
1 year unlimited subway pass.
Why is everyone giving us shitty gifts? I'm Spider-Man, why would I use the train when I can swing to anywhere I want to go? Anyway, on a less important note, he knows we're Spider-Man, and that concludes the mission. Moving on to the next mission, we go to our mom's rally when the Underground started attacking Roxxon's soldiers. When we took care of those guys, we see a huge explosion coming from the bridge. When we got there, we saw that the Underground was trying to steal more Nuform. We also stopped them from attacking each other, but then the Tinkerer shows up. We also find out that she's our childhood friend Finn. I know, really surprising. She throws us into the truck filled with Nuform, which caused it to explode half the bridge. After saving everyone from the bridge, we got the next story trophy. Roxxon tried to arrest us, but we managed to escape by going invisible. For our next mission, we made the classic black and red Miles Morales suit. And after, we went to the place where Finn used to do all her work, so maybe we can find some clues. Here, we found out that her brother Rick got sick from working on Nuform, and they are trying to shut Roxxon down. But then, we find another video of Finn crying, showing that something went wrong. To continue our investigation, we had to find Finn's phone, which was located in the Roxxon base. And let's just say, I would put in some crazy request in the Spider-Man app.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
When we got in, the prowler who turned out to be our Uncle Aaron helped us get to Finn's phone. When we got there, we found a video of her brother getting killed by Simon Krieger, which shows why Finn is so dedicated to get revenge on Roxanne. After we absorbed all the ball's power and destroyed it, which got me the next story trophy. To continue the story, I had to finish any type of side stuff, so I decided to finish one of the spider training challenges. These are basically training for stealth combat and swinging. All I had to do is get to spectacular or better on all three of them to get all the trophies, but for now I only did the swinging one. For the next mission, we went undercover as Miles, telling Finn that we wanted to join the underground, so we can get in their hideout and learn more about them. After stealing a bunch of goons in this massive room, we stole their Krabby Patty secret formula and got out, which gave me this trophy.
Probably have some time to check the app.
The next mission had me stead some dudes, which gave me this miscellaneous trophy for performing 100 stealth takedowns.
Nice.
Here we found out that Finn is charging up the new farm so she can explode the Roxxon Plaza. And of course, we couldn't let her do that, because if any part of her plan goes wrong, it could explode the whole city. While we're taking the new farm out, Finn jumps us and runs away with the new farm, but we run after her, kinda like how I run after girls at 4 AM. When I caught up to her, I revealed my identity, which was completely my choice by the way. And as you can imagine, she was pretty upset.
That could have gone better.
But on our next mission, we called her so we can meet up. But then Roxanne attacked us, which later we found out that Uncle Aaron set us up. We worked together to get out, but Rhino tried to stop us. This was an easy boss. All I had to do is throw stuff at him to weaken his armor. Before we got out, we saw that Krieger updated the reactor to explode Harlem, when Finn goes with her plan. But before we could tell her, for our next mission, we tried to go after her, but then we got kidnapped again. But this time it's from Prowler. He tried to keep us in a cell to keep us safe, but then I broke out and whooped his ass. Finally, for the final mission. On this mission, we had to stop Finn from destroying the whole city, which started the last boss fight. When that was done, she saw that the city was getting destroyed. We sucked up all the energy, but we were going to explode. But Finn grabbed us and sacrificed herself for the city. At least she died lit. And that concludes the story.
This is where we come from, yeah we did it. City on my back, I'm committed.
Now moving on to the side stuff. First I decided to finish the 2 Spider-Man training I had left.
Make a big entrance?
And while I was doing the combat training, I got the 100 hit combo trophy.
Alright.
When those were done, I unlocked an extra training mission, which had me fight Vulture. Next I finished the sound collectibles that Uncle Aaron gave us. While doing a side mission for a trophy, I got the Invisible Spider-Man trophy for defeating 50 enemies while camouflaged. Next, I did all the requests from the Spider-Man app. Then I accidentally got the I'm on a boat trophy while going for the time capsules.
Still gives me the creeps.
Before finishing the final collectibles, which are the postcards and the underground caches, I decided to revisit the stealth training missions so that I can get the Never Saw Me Coming trophy for completing a base without being detected.
That's everybody.
While doing this, I also got the Trap trophy for knocking out 50 enemies with the remote mine gadget. Then I took down all Roxxon labs around the city, as well as all the underground hideouts. Finally, I got all the postcards and all the caches, which also got me the 100% completion trophy. All that were left were these trophies, which were all pretty simple and easy to do. For the final part of the platinum, I had to play the game on New Game Plus, but this time I had to get the 2 missable trophies that I missed while going through it the first time. While doing this playthrough, I also went for these trophies, which were for taking out enemies in a certain way. After the story was done, I purchased all the suits. I also unlocked all skills. Scrolled through the Spider-Man app, and for my last trophy, I had to go visit my dad's grave, which unlocked the platinum trophy.